This episode is brought to you by LinkedIn. Healthcare professionals can lead their careers with LinkedIn. Discover jobs by specialty, preferred shifts, and even desired salary. From mental health therapists to radiology technicians, it's now faster and easier for healthcare professionals to find the right fit. Learn more at linkedin.com/healthcare. Side effects may include faster job placement, improved work-life balance, and increased career satisfaction.
1,
2,
3,
4.
Monster movie.
Fun time, go! Monster movie.
Fun time, go. Monster
Movie.
Fun time.
Go!
Monster movie. Fun time, go.
With Precious D and Honeybee.
Fun time, go!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and neighbors, welcome to Monster Movie Fun Time Go. I am one of your hosts, Precious D.
And I am the other one of your hosts, Honeybee.
Honeybee and I are two best friends making our way through the history of kaiju movies. We began with 1933's King Kong. Today, this is kind of a rainy day episode. If you're hearing this, it means we had some kind of a scheduling problem. And we're pulling out this episode that we've been keeping on reserve. It's the Mighty Peking Man, which we missed the first time around because I didn't realize it was a kaiju movie. I think it wasn't on our list and it just didn't come across my radar until recently. Mm-hmm. And partly because of Spectreman. No, Inframan. Spectreman is a thing, but not the thing we talked about.
Yeah.
Inframan. Because this is also a Shaw Brothers movie. It's from 1977, and it seems to be basically because the 76 remake of Kong, they were like, oh, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah,
But throw a little Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, in there as well.
I had seen somewhere that, hold on, I made a note about it. Let me find it. That in this time, in like this era, shit, where is it? Okay, the Shaws were actively competing with Italy to take the crown as the asylum of the 70s and 80s. I found this by a creator named Mushy Minion, who had wrote this. So shout out to Mushy Minion. So basically they were, trying to asylum this shit right up. And I was like, oh my word. How dare they? But I will say they kind of did a better job than the asylum, in my opinion.
well, sure.
Because it is the Shaw Brothers, and they are better, in my opinion.
It is 90 minutes from Hong Kong. Originally in Mandarin, but dubbed. Well, I think you can find it subtitled and dubbed. I found it on, archived somewhere on the internet by some organization.
But also a gentleman named Dwight Roberts on YouTube. Shout out you, Dwight Roberts. Posted it illegally. The whole film on YouTube. So maybe that's not his name. Maybe his name is Wright Dauberts. So he doesn't get in trouble. But it's Dwight Roberts.
I didn't see that one because I had trouble with the archive one. I ended up downloading it. And it took forever.
Yeah.
So that I could then put it on my Plex and watch it on my TV instead of on the computer. But it just, I don't know. I tried plugging the laptop into the TV and it just kept pausing. And I don't know. It was a huge pain in the ass. So I wish I realized it was on YouTube.
As soon as it started giving me problems, I went and looked on YouTube. And I had to scroll a little bit to find Mr. Roberts' version. But because I had already seen the beginning archived somewhere on the internet, maybe, then I was like, yeah, this is the same movie. So it was good. It was fine. There was no problems with it. He uploaded it 6 months ago. So go watch it before he gets it taken down.
Well, at the time we're recording this, we just got a copyright strike on one of our videos. It's really fucking annoying because there's no... the copyright violation that they're claiming appears to just be the still picture that is on our videos. When I do a thumbnail for one of our episodes of whatever it is we're talking about, YouTube just turns that into, that's just the image that's on the screen while the video plays. Because I didn't use a clip from the thing or anything, but they seem to be claiming. So I'm going to try to push back on it. We'll see what happens. But I'm not posting full fucking movies on there. So I don't, Jesus, people. Anyway, this cost about 6 million Hong Kong dollars or 1 million US dollars and took a year to complete and was shot in Mysore, India. So there you go. Except the climactic confrontation scene was shot at the Kanugit Center in Hong Kong. Well, they do take him from India to Hong Kong, so I guess some of it is in Hong Kong. We mentioned this in the Inframan episode, but Shaw Brothers are most known for kung fu movies. This one does not really have any kung fu in it, though. Inframan had a lot. This does not. Let's take a look at our cast real quickly here. Danny Lee as Chen Zhengfeng. Evelyn Kraft as Ah Wei. Xiao Yo as Wang Chuha. Ku Feng as Lu Tian. Lin Wei Tu as Chen Xiu. Norman Chu as Ah Long. Wei Hang Sheng as Ah Pi, Cheng Ping as Lucy, Ted Thomas as the Commissioner, Steve Nicholson as Commissioner's aide, and Keizo Maruse as Utam. That's the Peking Man. Another reason why this kind of fell off our radar is when I read a description, I think it just said something about discovers a missing link or a prehistoric man or something like that, and didn't mention how big the man was. So he kind of looks like a gorilla, but he also kind of looks like he's supposed to be some sort of hominid.
Well, at first I was like, oh, hell yeah, he doesn't look half bad, And then he did the fucking moving, bulging eyes and jaw thing, and I was like, penis Christ, that is terrifying. So I don't know. he it's kind of freaking scary when he's like doing the I don't know, he like bulges his like eyes and moves his, it's weird. So he does look
Honeybee. Yeah. So what are your initial thoughts on the Mighty Peking Man?
Okay, well, I will say I do love a good Kong ripoff. Okay, I do love it. I also will say not Anne, Samantha in our movie, fucking Fox. And I feel like I need to just go ahead and put out a warning here because I didn't realize until recently when we were at Kaiju Go just how young some of our listeners are. So, hello, kitties. But
did you did you meet some young listeners that I didn't meet?
Yeah, there's just like one specific girl like came up and was like, "Hey, like, and like I was like, "Oh my, like how young are you?" Oh,
why are you just now telling me this? Why?
You were standing right there. I thought you saw the whole thing.
Was I?
Yeah.
Oh, are you talking about the girl that was with her father or somebody else?
I think she was with her father. Yeah. I don't know.
That gave us the buttons?
She like walked up and was like, "Yay!" And I was like, "Holy shit! Maybe I really need to watch my fucking mouth." And and this is one of those moments because I'm not gonna lie, not Anne is a fucking fox, dude. Like, she is a babe, and we get to see a lot of her in this film, and it should be like, like like, oh gosh, objectifying, blah blah blah, but I also like got that dog in me, and so a lot of the movie I was like, oh. So yeah, she's such a babe. So I will say that I honestly was not expecting a lot from this film, but it really kind of, it was as far as ripoffs go, it was fucking great. I think it was a great ripoff, So that's Evelyn Kraft you're talking about. She was a Swiss businesswoman and actress. She was in something called Lady Dracula. So maybe we'll watch that for one of our Halloween things someday. I'd watch anything.
But she died,
much, honestly.
She died at the age of 57, which is my current age, from a unexpected heart attack, a sudden heart attack.
No, she probably looked in the mirror and was like, took her own breath away.
Now, although I mostly enjoyed her, I thought she was kind of worst jungle girl I've seen.
No way! I thought she was the best.
What I mean is that when it comes time that she needs to fight, she's not very. Most jungle girls would have totally. A man sexually assaults her at one point, and your Sheenas and your Jana of the jungle, and your various gender swapped Tarzans would have just mopped the floor with this guy. But she apparently just made friends with all the animals and never actually wrestled her.
She's just Disney princessing around, swinging fucking leopards around and shit.
But her presence also made me think that this was really more of a Mighty Joe Young ripoff than a Kong ripoff.
Yeah, you're probably, They definitely have that kind of relationship going on there. I think the animals, like her and the animals, fucking hysterical. But when when she's trying to leave the jungle and what is it? Is it a cheetah or is it a? No, it's a leopard, I think. Tries to keep her. Leopard, is pulling on her. No, mommy, stay. I'm like, this is how I feel every fucking morning when I have to leave my dog for work. And I'm like, I'm sorry, baby, I have to go now. I have to go with the businessman. And my dog's like, no, please stay with me in the jungle.
Now, I just assume that they drugged the shit out of those cats.
Yeah, because they were real as fuck, right?
With a... Yeah, and she is with the... Now, there was one point, though, when I think it was this thing, where Danny shot at a blue screen at one point. But she was definitely interacting with some large cats.
Yeah.
Twirling one of them around on her shoulder. But just chilling with a lion and... Or was it a tiger? I think it was a tiger. Yeah, India has tigers.
There's a tiger and there's also a leopard. There's both.
Yeah, definitely. I'm saying there wasn't a lion though. It was a tiger because they're in India. Yeah, a leopard.
Oh my God! Also, something hilarious. I just remember this because I saw it in my notes. When I was looking, this movie up and things for this movie. I was on Letterboxd and I was looking through the most popular reviews just to kind of see some stuff, and I saw your review, which was hysterical. I was like, oh my gosh, because your review is one of the most popular. You gave this movie, sorry, spoiler.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you gave this movie 3 stars and it was 1 sentence. Yours was the shortest review out of anyone's. It was 1 sentence and it was all Johnny's fault.
Yeah, it was. Fuck that guy.
I was laughing so hard. I could not believe I found your review out of fucking hundreds, and it was 1 sentence. It was all Johnny's fault.
Yeah, my reviews tend to be either 1 sentence or a full fucking essay. My longest review is the Wonder Woman movie.
Nice.
Go read my Wonder Woman review on Letterboxd, folks, and give it a thumbs up.
I'm definitely gonna do that for sure.
Well, here's our plot from Wikipedia. Thank you, Wikipedia. Oh, before I forget, though, our not Tarzan, she had to be glued into that outfit, right?
Oh my gosh, she trusts that outfit more than I trust my fucking parents. It was crazy.
They had to put
it was crazy.
They had to put some spirit gum along the edge of that, didn't they?
She was running just titties everywhere. It was insane. I can't believe that thing stayed together. And then at one point I read something where someone was like, oh yeah, we get that slow-mo nip slip, and I never found it. Did you see the slow-mo nip slip? Because I tried. Okay, I was looking for it, never found it.
It was only when she took it off is the only thing I saw.
Yeah,
I'm sure that the left side had to have been glued to her, the way she was moving, and it just was not, because it looked like it was going to fall at any moment, and it never did. So I'm sure she was glued into it.
Yeah, I feel so torn, because I want to be don't objectify women and don't and I believe that, and I totally, but then also but titties, you know? It's like, it's so hard for, I don't know. Like, I hate that I am this way, okay? I apologize to everyone.
However, counterpoint, and hear me out, titties.
Exactly.
I submit for your approval, titties. Anyway, our summary, folks. A mysterious giant ape has appeared in the forests of northern India after a massive earthquake, which a bunch of businessmen are reading about in the library, apparently. Yeah. The owner of a Hong Kong entertainment company, Lu Tian, is interested in capturing the ape for use in a global commercial show or to make a taxidermy of it, which would be worth a fortune.
Whichever comes first.
At the same time, a young explorer, Chen Zhengfeng, also wants to go to India. That doesn't seem quite right. One of the guys talks him into. He's like, I know the guy.
Yeah, you know, the fuck up that would be perfect for the job.
Who's doing Rick shit? He's getting drunk in a bar over a girl. Folks, we recently did Casablanca for our Patreon. Well, by the time you hear this, maybe it's not recent anymore. So that's the Rick I'm talking about.
But go listen to it.
Anyway, yeah. Tian learns that he is more familiar with the road and invites him to cooperate with him. He will be responsible for the cost of the trip, but the ape belongs to him after the capture. So Zheng Feng eventually refuses to cooperate with him. At that time, Zheng Feng is in love with the diva Wang Chuha. Was she a diva?
I guess.
I mean, literally, was she an opera performer? I'm not sure.
Oh, I don't know.
Chen Zhengfeng's younger brother, Xiu, is a popular songwriter and a womanizer. In order to get a song written by him and become famous, I didn't catch any of this. Chua offers herself to Xiu.
Yeah, she kind of explains a little bit of this later, like when they reconnect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she explains a little bit.
She couldn't just say, really, a guy won't write a song for his brother's girlfriend who's not, she's apparently it's not like she's just some rando, No, I won't write a hit song for my brother's girlfriend unless she sleeps with me. I mean, what is... scumbag.
The thing is like, I hate that, like, she, like, blames him for this and all this stuff. It's like, okay, yeah, but you're still a cheater. Like, when he catches them and she starts crying, like, she's the victim. Like, typical and accurate, but it's just like... I don't know, but we get the whole beach montage, like, oh, this is the love of my life. You like, want to know why I'm drunk now? Because the love of my life cheated on me with my brother. And then his brother's like, oh, do you love her? And he's like, no, I hate her. And he like throws the flowers at her. And he's like, and
not anymore.
Now I'm a drunk piece of shit, and now you all know why. And it's just like, I was just like, okay, like, come on.
But he is a piece of shit, though.
Yeah.
Zheng Feng agrees to Tian's offer, as we will find out later, and teams up to go to India. So we're off to India.
Also, I love that we start with a tiny toy town, which is so amazing because we're in the later 2000s now, and so we don't get a lot of tiny toy. Well, it's a tiny toy remote village, but still, it's we get it, and I was just like, yay! Like, it's so good to like come back to this, like, oh, we get some minis. Yeah.
Under the guidance of a local guide, the expedition team is led through the forest, which is deserted, and climbs up cliffs and through lakes and swamps, where they are attacked by elephants, tigers, and poisonous snakes.
Oh my.
When the unconscious Zheng Feng is attacked by the ape, a beautiful wild girl, fully made up and thoroughly coiffed, named Aoi, intervenes. Named Auga.
Yeah.
It turns out that the girl's parents were originally explorers, but their parents were killed in a storm. Her parents were killed. I don't know why it says their parents. In a storm while exploring in a small plane, leaving behind 4-year-old Awei, who is rescued and raised by the ape, who she named Wang, but it says Utam in the English dub.
I gotta read you these, like, 4 notes here. It's like, 1, it's like, oh, silly blonde jungle babe. Damn. Then it's like, damn, she fine. Next one, she fine as fuck. Damn. Next one, her makeup is incredible for being a jungle babe. Next one, damn, she's fine though, for real. Next line, damn, just titties bouncing everywhere. And that is my notes. And thank you.
Ah Wei gradually grows up and has fun with the forest animals such as cheetahs and elephants together. I'm going to go off on a tangent here for a minute. I've been watching, I don't know if any of you remember, Honeybee, you might remember. The mid-90s to early 2000s was a golden age of syndicated action adventure shows.
Okay.
Talking your Hercules, your Xena, your Babylon 5, this sort of thing. And a bunch of that stuff is on Tubi. Some of the more obscure things like Sheena, like Tarzan the Epic Adventures, Queen of Swords, things like this. And I've been starting to rewatch a lot of this stuff. Relic Hunter. And they're all just, Sheena is, wild jungle girl, thoroughly made up, beautiful hair, just impeccable makeup. Yeah. Except when she slathers herself in mud and pretends to be a monster, but that's a whole other thing. But if you are nostalgic at all for that period, which is gone now, the television landscape is different now, and you just don't get that same kind of low to mid budget action adventure shit like you used to get. You can find a lot of that old stuff on Tubi, and I miss it. I used to watch that shit every week. I don't know how many of those things, because all of these things I'm like, oh yeah, I saw that. And I'm like, how did I have time to watch
all of these things?
Yeah.
That's funny.
But maybe they were, I guess they probably weren't all on at the same time, but it seemed like they were.
Yeah, for sure.
Beastmaster. Anyway, Zheng Feng and Ah Wei fall in love with each other. They have a whole fucking
oh my god,
raindrops keep falling on my head love montage.
Yes,
thing.
it's so
Just
funny.
in
Her
the
and like her
jungle.
little woodland friends, like and they're just like dancing and running and then playing in the water, and honestly, I was like, before this whole, they actually start banging, I was like, dang, this music is kind of horny. And then I was like, oh, like, that's why. But we get we get this moment before they fall in love where we get to see her climb this tree, and the camera angle is like, wow. Wow. Do you know the part I'm speaking of?
I'm not sure. Is it just like right up her
It
skirt?
is right up her skirt. Right up there. Like it's insane. And she did all of her own stunts. I know, because I looked it up, because I wanted to know, is this really her booty cheeks that I am looking at?
Right. Well, I mean, it's a Chinese film in India. They're not going to find another white girl laying around to do the stunt work.
I don't fucking know. But then she gets bit by a snake, and her leopard friend kills it.
In a very awkward place.
Yeah, and this is where I was like, what kind of jungle babe are you that you were like eating this fruit and didn't see the snake? Terrible. And then he has to suck the poison out of her inner thigh.
Right, except that, because when she gets bit there, I thought, oh, he's going to have to suck the poison out. But they didn't show, they didn't show him doing it. I mean, they did, but they didn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We didn't see him putting his lips on her leg. We just saw him bending over, then coming up and spitting it out. And we just had to fill in the blanks. But
yeah, and then an elephant shows up and like bends down and is like, here, put her sexy ass up here. And he does. And oh, God.
Anyway, they fall in love and become good friends with Ah Weng, or Utam. Zheng Feng decides to take them back to the civilized world, but he falls into a trap set by Tian and is forced to lock Ah Weng on a boat, which sails back to Hong Kong across the Indian Ocean, which is, all King Kong shit.
Yeah.
When Ah Wei sees Ah Weng being humiliated, she is upset and sees Chua crying, She also there's a whole thing with he's chained up on the ship and she's trying to get him unchained, but they're like, "Oh no, we can't do that.
Well,
it won't be safe." But
it's insane because like she gets bit by the snake. Then like we see not King Kong bring her some leaves like to put on the bite. Then they're literally fucking, and we see this moment where he's just like literally the Peking Man, just like in there, just peeking, just watching it. And then she comes out all wet, like she's literally glistening, like she's wet, like she's sweaty, and she's like, "Oh, I love you though, Uta. Let me rub all my sex juices on you." I was like, what is happening? Like, what the fuck is this fucking movie? And then the guy is like, he like walks up to her and he's like, "Come on, we need to get Uta for the rest of the world to see, and we can be together. We'll take him." She doesn't even think about it. Like, he must have laid that pipe, because she just says, like, "Yeah, fuck it. Like, let's go." Like, yes.
Yeah, she should be a little bit upset with him because it's just partly his fault. But no, she's just like, okay.
She's like, "Yeah, I'd love to go with you and watch you kiss your ex-girlfriend." Whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, well, that's what we're coming to. So yeah, she sees Utem being humiliated and is upset, and then sees Shihua crying in Zheng Feng's arms. He was actually smooching on her, wasn't he?
Yeah, they were kissing. They were like mid.
So she turns around and escapes. So yeah, this was so weird. He goes to the TV studio where his brother's working. And his ex-girlfriend.
His brother fucked
like, "Hey,
his
how
ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, he does not punch his brother in the face. He just is like, "Oh, hey, I'm back." And like, "Hey, how you doing?" "Oh, everything's fine." Like nothing was ever wrong. And then his ex-girlfriend, and she's like, "Oh, I broke up with him, and I'm so sorry, and you're the one I wanted." And
it's so stupid. It pisses me off so bad because he's like, "So did you and my brother like continue to be a thing?" And she's like, "No, we just broke up. You're the one that I want." And I'm like, so yes, you did continue to be a thing. Because she tries to make it out like, "Oh, he's such a bad guy. He was just jealous of you, and it was all a game to him. I was never serious to him." And he's like, he says, "Did you guys go on?" And she's like, "No, we broke up." Okay, well, if you broke up, then you had to have been together. So then the answer is yes. Yes, you guys did go on. Yeah. And then he was gone and lost in the fucking jungle. And now you want him back because you saw him with a fucking hot-ass jungle babe.
Yeah. She's, but he just falls for it. He's like, "Oh, don't cry. It's we can be...
We can start over."
Completely forgotten. Yeah, that's what he says. We can start over. I'm like, no, but what about the woman outside that you acted like you were in love with? So I don't... He doesn't say, we can start over as friends. He acts like, I'll be your boyfriend now. And
she's like, "Forgive me." And he's like, "Yeah, I forgive you." And she's like, "Yay." And he's like, "We can start again." And then he sticks his tongue down her throat. And guess who walks in?
Also,
Jungle Babe.
Yeah. And she also uses that, it was nothing. It didn't mean anything. It was nothing. And let me tell you, the best movie line I ever heard, I think is from the movie Wolf, where... Jack Nicholson's wife has cheated on him, and she tells him that it meant nothing, and he says, "So you betrayed our marriage for nothing."
Oh.
And that's just I'm like, yes, that's the proper response, because that's not a valid excuse.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have done it if it meant nothing.
Yeah. If it meant nothing, why do it?
Yeah. So anyway, she runs out into the city. And forgot about this. Earlier on the boat, he had brought her sort of a dress, but not really.
Yeah, that pissed me off too. Some
city clothes, but they were still kind of skimpy city clothes.
Well, she threw them right out the fucking window, so.
Yeah, it was like a mini, did she put it on backwards? It was like a mini skirt and a top with a gap between them, and I'm like, well, this isn't, if your idea is to conceal her and make her look more civilized, you kind of fucked up there.
Yeah. He was like, "Oh, well, if you like this outfit, I could give you one that looks exactly like it, but is more modern." Like, what? Yeah. Why the fuck? Yeah. Well, I'm glad she hated it as much as I did and threw it right out the fucking window.
Yeah. So, and trigger warning, there's some stuff coming up here about sexual assault, folks. So anyways, but she's back in her jungle outfit and then just goes running out into the city in it. Ah Wang performs at a stadium in Hong Kong under the arrangement of Tien. Ah Wei rushes to the stadium and throws herself into Ah Wang's arms with tears in her eyes. When Tien tries to rape Ah Wei, Utam... Now, whoever wrote this just switched from the Chinese to the dub name. Utam witnesses through the window and breaks free from his shackles in anger.
Well, we kind of see, like, we
Tien-
get, like, a pretty good build-up to this moment, because we get, like, first of all, tiny toy trucks, let's go! But we get Not Kong, like, pulling they're, like, exploiting him for money, so he's, like, doing circus tricks and shit, and they have all these trucks, and he's, like, pulling the trucks, and Samantha sees him on TV, and then, like, walks up to a random couple and is like, "You take me, Uta, yes?" And they're like, "What?" And she, like, points to the poster. "That, you take..." And they're like, "Oh, yeah, sure, get in, kid." And they, like, take her, and they're torturing him. They're, like, poking his feet. And, and this guy, she, like, runs up and is like, "Hey, like, no, leave him alone." And the guy pushes her, and this, like, really pisses, Uta off. And she's, like, crying because she just realized that she fucked Uta over when we, and came to fucking the city. And she's like, "We'll go to the jungle." And then the cigar dude walks up and, like, pours her a glass of whiskey. It looks like wine, but then he's, like, trying to, like, force her to drink it. And then, like, really forces himself on her. He smacks the shit out of her. But yeah, he when he takes her and he's, like, kind of shitty with her, like, Uta gets angry, but then when he sees him actually, like, forcing himself on her, he, like, bends the bars. And at this point, there's only, like, 15 minutes left of the movie, and it's basically, him just destroying the city and looking for, not Anne, what's her name? Samantha. He, like, destroys a bridge,
Yeah, well, we didn't mention that earlier, when they're in the jungle, she shows him the plane, the wreck of the airplane, and he finds some kind of a notebook or diary or whatever and finds out that her name was Samantha. Mm-hmm. But then they don't really call her that through the rest of the movie. But yeah, that was her name originally. So I'm not sure how she came up with Wei instead of Samantha, but there you go. So yeah, he breaks out and wreaks havoc and climbs up Hong Kong's tallest building,
like you do,
the Canougat Center. The army mobilizes helicopters and armored vehicles to kill Ah Wei.
Yes, tiny toy tanks.
Oh, there was a
tiny toy helicopters.
There was a great helicopter smack.
Yes,
where he just sends it all the way down to the ground and it smashes into a truck and blows up.
Yeah, and it's like a diesel truck, like
they
a
were
fuel truck, so it has a good explosion.
Well, their plan. Good God! So there's an American colonel or general or somebody, or no, he's English. He's English, I believe. From his, at least in the dub, he appears to be English. The commissioner, I guess, is who he is in these credits. His plan is to fill up the building with gas. There's some tanks in the building. I guess maybe they're water tanks, but he wants to fill them up with gasoline and just blow up the whole building. And he's like, I don't care about the building or the cost or the whatever. He's going to get sued. He's like, we got to kill that thing. And our protagonist gets him to promise not to. He says, I got this girl here. She can control him. Please just let us do it. And then
and
like,
he even swears it. He's like, don't kill him, swear.
And then he's like, he's being distracted by the girl. Now's the time to kill him. You fucker. So
yeah, I did think
that's
it was
why
funny.
but that's why there's a truck full of fuel.
Yeah,
right, that the helicopter can crash into.
I did think it was funny that he's like, don't kill him. I want you to swear it. And he's like, okay, you have my word. And then, like, in the background, you just hear, like, like, there's just, like, still, like, all of this, like, gunfire and shit in the background. He does call a ceasefire while they're standing there, but it was just so funny. He's like, you're all right. You have my word. We will no longer try to kill the monster. And it's just like, like
so he does end up and this was weird because there's a point where Utam like throws some soldiers off the building and they just kind of land on their feet. But when Utam falls off the building, it kills him. I mean, he's been shot up a bunch first, but still,
and he does kill the rapist guy. He like slams him on the ground and stomps his little ass.
Oh yeah, he steps right on him. So the building doesn't get blown up exactly, but it gets set on fire and Utam falls off of it. And it looks like Jungle Girl might be dead or might not be dead. It's a little unclear.
Well, she got shot like once or twice. Yeah.
Johnny, it ends with him holding her in his arms and looking out a wrecked side of the building. Part of the building's been torn open, so he's standing there looking out through the wall at the city, holding her, and that's how it ends. And so I guess she's still alive. I don't know.
I feel like she's definitely dead. I hope she's dead. I mean, not because I'm like, I hope she's dead, but like, like we see Uta die, which I like hate. I hate that part. As soon as they start like chasing him and shit, like the helicopter shit was cool, and like we got some really good camera angles here of the above, like even above the helicopters, and we kind of see the whole, the fight between the guy in the suit and the toy helicopters, which is just so it really just puts me in my feels because it is so classic and it's kind of just where we started. So it's really cool to go back and just see that, because we've come so far. I think we're like in like 2018 or 19 now, so it was really great just to see. The cinematography in this film is great, like classic, but I feel like because Uta died, it would just make me feel better if Samantha died, so they could like die together and like be together in the afterlife or what the fuck ever. I don't know, but also I kind of feel like it's what Johnny deserves. Is that fucked up? Like, I'm kind of like, yeah, look into the destruction while you hold your dead girlfriend and like really think about what you've done here. Like really think about it, right? So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say she's dead.
Quentin Tarantino re-released this film in 1999.
What?
It says both Chungking Express and Mighty Peking Man were one of two Hong Kong films released by Rolling Thunder, Quentin Tarantino's home video label, in 1999. And the film grossed $17,368 on its 1999 North American theatrical re-release, which it doesn't explicitly say, but I guess Quentin had something to do with that. So there we go. Honeybee, what are you gonna rate the Mighty Peking Man?
Honestly, I think it's gonna be, I don't know, I kind of loved it. I think it's gonna be
okay.
I think it's gonna be a 5 for me, honestly.
Wow.
I'm gonna say I think it's 4-star movie. Like I think it's really a 4, because like, but I really did love it. I enjoyed it, and a lot of that is probably because I'm a simp and there was a hot blonde in it, and that's and I apologize, you guys. Okay, I apologize. I'm sorry. I know I'm a piece of shit. You don't have to tell me, but you can tell me if you want. You can write in and tell me. Write in and let us know.
Dear Honeybee, I'm writing to inform you.
You're a real piece of shit. Yeah.
But you're my favorite piece of shit. Okay. I guess I'm going to give it a 3.5.
How many? What'd you say?
3.5. 3.5 stars.
All right. Yeah. I'm going to say 4, but I loved it.
It was okay, but I did like Blondie, even though she was a terrible jungle girl. And there we go.
Welcome to the jungle.
Thanks for joining us.
We've got fun and games.
I think that's going to wrap it up for this week, folks. We'll be back to our regular schedule next week, probably. I don't know when we're going to release this and what'll be going on, but there you are. Thanks for joining us. Please like and subscribe, rate and review. Check out our Patreon, where we give Patreon exclusive episodes. as frequently as we can. And until next time, I have been Precious D.
And I have been Honey B.
Remember to keep calm and take shelter in basements.
And please, don't misuse science.
We won't see you, but you will hear us next time on Monster Movie Fun Time Go. You've been listening to Monster Movie Fun Time Go. If you enjoyed the show, please consider rating and reviewing us on your podcasting platform of choice. You can leave us a message and find links to all our things at mmftg.com.